amigos! As many of you know, Eat Your Spanish depends entirely on the support we receive from our Patreon supporters. And while we're still a ways away from the show being able to fully support itself and the time it takes to make, we thought we'd offer another fun incentive to join. Evan and I were talking, and we decided that if we were able to grow our Patreon familia to 250 supporters, then we could start hosting a live virtual performance every month for our supporters. So if you've been listening and you're having fun singing and playing games and listening to stories with us, please visit us at www.patreon.com/eatyourspanish and help us keep the show going. And if we hit our goal of 250 supporters, then we'll be able to see each other once a month for a fun virtual performance and Spanish hangout. We're even thinking about hosting some art classes for some of the other months. There are just so many possibilities for ways that we can have fun together. So if you have the time and an extra $2 per month to spare, please visit us at www.patreon.com/eatyourspanish and check out all of the additional learning materials and content available to our supporters. Thanks for your consideration and for being such great listeners. Hasta luego, amigos.
Hey friends! Before we start the show, we want to give a quick shout out to a few members of our Patreon family.
That's right! We want to send out a big hola and an abrazo fuerte or a big hug to our amigos Hendrix and Story, their mama Ashley, and their papa Eric. I actually used to be Hendrix's preschool teacher when he was only 2 years old, and now he's one of my virtual Spanish students. It's been so much fun getting to spend time with you again and learn Spanish and sing songs together. It's always a big highlight of my week, so muchas gracias, amigos.
We also want to give a shout out to our amigas Kamaria and Reth, their mama Sabali, and their papa Thomas. We're so thankful to you all for being such great listeners and supporters. We hope that you all are doing really well and that you enjoyed the special Los Pollitos stickers we sent to you a while back.
And last but not least, we want to say hola to our amiga Sofia, her mama Valerie, her papa Daniel, and her gato Fiadia. For those who don't remember, Sophia had her question answered in an earlier episode when she asked how to say the word heart. Sophia, we're so happy to know that you're out there across the ocean listening to us with your whole familia. Thank you so much for your love and support, and please give your gato Fiadia un abrazo fuerte, or a big hug from me.
Thanks again to all of our Patreon families for your support. It really means the world to us. Now on with the show. Hello friends.
Hola amigos.
How are you?
¿Cómo están?
I'm so happy.
Estoy feliz
To be with you.
a estar contigo.
Are you hungry?
Tienen hambre
To sing and play?
a cantar y jugar.
'Cause on our menu
Porque en el menú
is Spanish today. Everybody sing.
Eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish with us today.
Did you say spinach? No, I said Spanish. Okay.
Eat your Spanish with us today. Eat your Spanish!
With Evan.
and Vanessa.
Hola amigos, me llamo Evan. My name's Evan.
Hola, y yo me llamo Vanessa, and my name's Vanessa. Welcome to the review of our last episode of Eat Your Spanish, where we learn the words for several farm animals, or animales de la granja.
Today we'll be reviewing those words, and then we've got a fun game to play with you.
Then at the very end of the episode, we'll give one special listener the chance to ask us a question about how to say a word or phrase in Spanish. But first, it's time for a little review of our words from last week.
We hope you're ready to have some fun. Here we go.
Spanish review time!
All right, now it's time to take a look back at our lesson from last week. Evan, rewind the tape.
So Vanessa, what animals will we be talking about today?
Great question, Evan. Today we'll be talking about cows, chickens, pigs, and horses, or in Spanish, vacas, gallinas, chanchos, y caballos. All of these animals can be found in the country on La Granja. Now it's time to practice saying all of them out loud together. Let's start with the word for cows, which in Spanish is vacas. So repeat after me, amigos. Vacas.
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 Muy bien, amigos. Now let's practice saying the word for chicken, or gallina in Spanish. So repeat after me. Gallina.
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 Great work, amigos. Dos down, dos more to go. Our third word for today is the Spanish word for pig, which is chancho. So repeat after me. Chancho.
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 Perfecto, amigos. And now for the word for horse in Spanish, we say caballo. So repeat after me. Caballo.
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 Great work, amigos. Now that we've reviewed saying all of our new words together, it's time to play a Spanish game. I wonder if we'll hear the sound of some of the animales.
Today's game will be a visual game. I'll hold up a flashcard and you'll tell me what animal it is. All right, let's give it a try. I'm holding up a card right now. What animal is it?
Evan, first of all, they can't see us, so this game won't work. Second of all, you're not holding up a flashcard, you're holding up our gato Benyan. And third of all, that wasn't even one of our animales that we learned last week. Gato is all the way back in season 1.
I see. I think I know what you're saying. You're saying you'd rather play a listening game.
Oh boy. Yeah, I guess that is what I'm saying, Evan.
All right, sounds good to me. Hang on to your gatos, amigos. Here we go.
Spanish game time.
Okay, amigos, now that we remember the name for each of the animales de la granja, or farm animals, in a review, let's put the sounds with each animal together with each word. So we'll start with the sound of a vaca, or a cow in Spanish. If you already know any of these animal sounds, you can say them along with us. Here's what a vaca sounds like. Next, let's listen to what a horse, or a caballo in Spanish, sounds like. Now let's hear chickens, or gallinas. And for our last animal, let's hear the pig, or chancho sound.
Wow, it's really starting to sound like una granja around here.
Yeah, it is. Now today we've got a special surprise for you, amigos. We get to help feed some animales on La Granja. But we need your help. When you hear this sound, that'll be the sound of me opening a barn door, or maybe even a door to the gallina, or chicken coop. Once I open the door, you'll hear the sound of the animal that lives in that space. Once you hear that sound, you can shout out the name of the animal that goes with it. So for this sound, you can shout out vaca. For this sound, you'll shout out caballo. For this sound, you'll shout out gallina. And for this sound, you can shout out chancho. If we get it right, then we feed them their special food.
Are you all ready to play, amigos? Okay, here we go. Let's open barn door numero uno. Okay, amigos, which animal lives in here?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said caballo, excelente, you got it. That was the sound of a horse. Now we can give it a nice shiny apple to eat. Let's hold it out nice and gently in our hands. Oh, here it comes. Wow, it ate it all in one bite. All right, amigos, it's time for round 2. Let's open the door to the second living space.
Okay, amigos, which animal lives in here? Time's up, amigos. Do you have a guess? If you said gallina, muy bien, that was the sound of a chicken. On the count of tres, let's toss them some maíz or corn to eat. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, they're pecking at it all at once. I better get out of here.
Wow, that was a close one, Evan. Now let's see who's behind this mucky, muddy door.
Okay, amigos, which animal lives in here?
Time's up, amigos, and that means it's time for you to say your guess out loud. If you said chanchos, muy bien, we just heard the sound of lots of muddy little piggies. Let's toss them all some of this specialty formula pig slop that we brought with us. Reach down and take a big scoop. Ooh, yuck, it's really sloppy. Now on the count of 3, let's toss it to them. 1, 2, 3. Wow, they sure are messy eaters.
Whoa, yeah, they sure are. All right, amigos, it looks like we've got just one more barn door to open. Barn door numero 4. Here goes nothing. Okay, amigos, which animal lives in here?
Okay, time's up. What's your guess, amigos? If you said vacas, muy bien, you guessed it. It was the sound of cows. And they don't need any food from us. We just open the gate and let them go graze on the green, green grass. So on the count of 3, let's unlock the gate together and let them roam free. 1, 2, 3. Wow, they were ready to go out to pasture.
Yeah, they were. Adios, vacas. Muy bien, amigos. You all did such great work.
Yeah, we love playing games with all of you. Gracias. Thank you all for all your great guessing. Now that we're done with our game, that can only mean one thing. It's time to hear from one of our very special listeners, Evan, who is this week's special listener.
This week's special listener is Selah. Selah, what is your question?
Hi, Evan and Vanessa. I'm age 4. My name is Selah. I'm wondering how you say tea party in Spanish.
Hola, Selah. It's so good to hear from you. I think we answered your hermana Shiloh's question about the word primo or cousin as well. Tea party is a fantastic question. When I was younger, I used to sit in my abuela's garden with my stuffed animals and drink tea out of my little tea set that I had. I wonder if you do that too.
Yeah, that's a really great question, Selah. You know, I saw Mr. Mouse on the table the other day making a tiny cup of tea, but instead of pouring it into a cup, he poured it into his shoe. It was pretty gross, but he seemed to really like it. I think his taste buds are a little different than yours and mine. So, Vanessa, how do you say tea party in Spanish?
To say tea party in Spanish, we say fiesta de té. Can you all repeat that after me, amigos? Fiesta de té.
Fiesta de té.
Fiesta de té.
Fiesta de té.
Muy bien, amigos.
Yeah, great work, friends. And thanks for that great question, Selah.
Yeah, gracias for the great question, Selah. We hope you have lots of fun at your next Fiesta de Té.
If any of you listeners out there ever want us to answer one of your questions, just visit us on eatyourspanishpodcast.com and you can send us in your question. And if you record your question on one of your parents' phones and send it to us, then you can have the chance of hearing your own voice on one of our podcasts.
Aw man, that sound means it's almost time to go. It was so much fun being with you all today, and we'll be back really soon for more Spanish fun.
Yeah, you all did such a great job reviewing all of our Spanish words today for farm animals.
And we had lots of fun feeding all of the animales de la granja with you during our fun Spanish game. It looks like all we've got left to do now is sing the goodbye song together.
We hope you'll sing along with us.
Adiós, mi buen amigo.
Goodbye, my good friend.
Hasta luego.
See you later. See you later, my good friend. Adios, amigos. Goodbye, friends.
Hasta luego. See you later. Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Spanish podcast. You can support our podcast by visiting patreon.com/eatyourspanish or by subscribing to it and leaving a review on iTunes. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at eatyourspanishpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Adios!